Well, Jalito, what do we have? We have 10,000 rounds. 10,000 rounds through this Bursa Thunder 22. Uh, yeah. I buy my ammo and 500 plus round bricks. The Remington Golden Bullets, they are at 525 rounds, I think, per box. So here we are now at 10,000 plus rounds actually. And it's a good shooter. It's a good shooter. It shoots where you point it. It's a good shooter. The only drawback is after 10,000 plus rounds is CCI stingers. It don't want to cycle. There is this Winchester fragmented bullet that's made for semi-autos. It don't want to cycle. Thunderbolt it cycles, Golden Bullet it cycles. There's a weird around 40 grains, 38 to 40 grains at a like 1200 feet per second ish velocity. Anything out of those specs, it seems don't want to cycle. High velocity stuff, it don't want to cycle. And the regular lower velocity stuff, it don't cycle, of course. So Golden Bullet, it will function no problem at all. So let's yank it apart. Let's see where the wear and tear is on this firearm. So here we are. Now, I want to put photos also to show a little more details. You can kind of see the barrel, that spring riding on this barrel, because the spring actually sits just like that. And so that slide and that spring reciprocating for the last 10,000 rounds has kind of put a nice little sheen, nice little polish on it. And it's kind of weird because you can see where the spring kind of lays on there. Because once it slides back about this far, and all the springs are compressed right here. So you can sort of see. Again, I put photos up there. You can see where the spring has this kind of worn it's not worn the barrel, but where the spring has worn a finish off the barrel. Little slide, I call them little keepers or whatever, the little slide cut here. This side isn't as bad. You can see where it's, again, it's been, I do oil it. I put a little bit of oil on the thing every time I go shoot it. The last few boxes, I want to say about 1,500 rounds, I haven't cleaned it, but I definitely put oil on it. This side here, it has brought to a polish almost. Not a polish, but it has really just rubbed the finish off. Now, this, the lower is aluminum. This is aluminum. And the slide is some kind of steel, maybe an alloy, but it's definitely a steel. And I guess steel on aluminum, the aluminum is going to slowly wear itself out a lot faster. The hammer itself, also the hammer, from the bottom of this slide, in fact, you see a little shine right there. That's where the hammer interfaces with the little part right there. And it slowly has, kind of put a polish on the hammer face here. And the little top rails here, a little polish. The ejector, not really much going on there. It's not much going on there. A little rubbing there going on, some rubbing here, some rubbing here. That's mostly the inside of the slide, rubbing these little components here. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Again, 22 long rifle. That's at the barrel. It's kind of been polished there also. I'll send put some photos there. I'll put some photos in part of this also. The barrel will not wear out. In fact, wow, you can almost see. I can almost feel, because the end of this barrel here, the slide kind of rests right here. That's where the spring starts here. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, 22s would not wear this barrel out. That soft lead, for sure, just won't wear this barrel out. So, barrel life, you're never gonna see any kind of look at that, any kind of bad stuff off the barrel, because again, it just doesn't wear that out. it's mostly going to be sliding contact points that slide on each other, basically. Even the ramp here, I mean, it's a lead bullets sliding up there. You're never going to see any kind of wear. This little ramp here, that's where your extractor rests. You probably won't see much wear and tear on that either, because it's just kind of just rests there. But yeah. Now I was also kind of curious because right here, this little lever here, when it slides in place, what keeps this the slide from exiting out the back of the handgun is this little keeper right there. Yeah, that helps it keep it barrel right there. You lower this, and that allows you to slide the barrel further back and off the rails. I was kind of curious because every time the slide cycles, it, in theory, impacts this part here. And yeah, I don't see any weird traces of impact or damage or folding metal or anything that shows that maybe there's an issue going on there. So, in fact, I really can't see in there because that little part right there, little part right inside on the inside, that is what actually rests on this little concave part there. That, yeah. So yeah, no wear and tear, really, no wear and tear there. I was kind of wondered if I would start seeing some metal folding and deforming from the impacts of it back and forth for 10,000 rounds. The slide. Yeah, like I said, you're gonna see little. This is where the top of this rail here, the slide here, kind of again slides on top of this. Most of what I'm seeing is finish wear. Little part in here, the hammer kind of rests on this when it fires and cycles back. This here sort of strikes that hammer, and then recocks the hammer, and the hammer kind of slides along this. And I don't see any, like I said, I don't see any, you see a little shine to it. And most of what I'm seeing is a lot of shine. Even on the inside here with the, well, I'm trying to say bolt face. It's not a bolt face, but where the firing pin is, firing pin and the extractor, and where the round will rest against that when it's when the slide is home. Yeah, all I see is just kind of just regular wear and tear. I mean, little shiny spot there, and that's off where my thumb slides when I release the slide back, because right there is about right here when I do the slide release or slide lock, how you want to call it. But yeah, other than that, this thing has really, I don't see any. I'll tell you what's also crazy. My Walter PPKS, I still got it. And I've been thinking about repairing it and putting it back in service again. And it's amazing how that's kind of a premium 22. The Walter PPKS is supposed to be a higher end than a Bursa Thunder made in Argentina. And it's just kind of amazing. Even the finish on this it has held up really nice compared to the Walter, which just went to garbage very fast. Now the magazine, just regular old wear and tear, regular from just being inserted and then popped out and inserted and popped out. Again, it's only a 10 round mag, so 10,000 rounds divided by 10 rounds a piece. So it's been popped in and out a couple times, maybe a couple times. I haven't really cleaned the mag really, so it's gonna be a little, you're gonna see some gunk in it and everything. But it's a strong spring. And I know a few comments in one of my videos, because some of the rounds were malfunctioning. It was kind of, maybe people thought it was attributed from the mag being dirty and not pushing the round up and not, But no, this it's dirty. It is dirty. But I've had no issue with this mag. It's most of it's been again with the spring. This is the low recoil spring. It costs like $7, and it's just a slightly softer or slightly less powerful spring, and that seems to solve all the problems for most part when it comes to cycling and everything. And yeah, I don't see any kind of wonder, because if I saw that much finish wear on the barrel, my thought was how much has been worn on the inside of that spring. And I don't see anything that I could discern as wear on the spring. I guess over time, if it's cycling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, that's what kind of wear springs up. From what I hear, what I sort of read over the years, you can get a mag or a handgun. You can lock it back or get a fully loaded mag, and the spring can be compressed for months or years or whatever. It doesn't really affect it. It's the cycling back and forth that kind of makes springs slowly wear out. So yes, that is 10,000 rounds to this bad boy. And really, it won't be the end of it. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and put it up for now, of course, and go to a different handgun. I'm going to go to a Ruger Mark 4 handgun, a little 22 pistol. And I'm going to kind of put that to the test and put 10,000 rounds to it. I'm kind of curious just to see how it holds up. I got a feeling it's going to hold up just fine. I really do. But I could be wrong, because all these guns, this one and even the PPKs, they started off cycling everything. And it seems like as the round count began to climb into the thousands, what the handgun liked and didn't like got a little more narrower, to the point where, yeah, like I said, it pretty much likes eating golden bullets and thunderbolts, and that's about it. Anything out of that kind of norm of, again, grain of bullet weight and velocities, it doesn't really like. But yeah, everything else is just, it works. Everything functions. Yeah, that's you see that right there. That is just probably what I'm thinking is it's sort of a not like a matte finish on this slide, and I think of me always driving home on that slide release. I think that has kind of got that matte finish and slowly started putting a wear on it for my thumb, just sliding on all the time. But yep, that's all I got here. I'll throw some bead footage. My last outing, I put a full box of 525 rounds through the handgun in one outing, and I went ahead and filmed it in fast motion, so you can see, in the A zone, in the chest, and then I went ahead and filled in the head a little bit. But that's actually 525 rounds that I filmed after work, and kind of hastily. I did an outing one time, all 500 rounds, and I had pretty much all day to do it. And it took about 4 or 5 hours, just really more focusing and more trying to see the accuracy of it. But even having an hour and a half after work before the range closed, just putting those holes, in the A zone, in the chest and head. That is this is a again, it's a budget gun. It is a budget gun, but it is a darn accurate gun. So yeah, future videos. Again, I'm gonna keep putting rounds to it. Airsoft, and I'll drag it out and put like 500 rounds to it, and maybe my next video maybe a while from now when it comes to this handgun. Maybe once I hit maybe 15,000 rounds or something like that, 20,000 rounds, something like that. But I will occasionally still pull it out and put some rounds to it. But my next baby is going to be the Ruger Mark 4 22. Put 10,000 rounds to it and see if it gets finicky and starts choking up on ammo, or see if it will just chew on everything no matter what. So that's all I got for this baby boy. Yes, sir. It's a shooter. I recommend it. Actually, I do recommend it. I've heard people talking about it. You know, there's chew on everything. But you know, even with this one being finicky, I definitely recommend this handgun, because once you find the ammo it likes, it will shoot it no matter what. So that's all I got. Hot your piece, let you key.